telling stories is what we do. It's not just confined to short story writers and novelists. It was a plastic foil bag of finely sliced potatoes, boiled in oil and dusted in salt, industrialized powdered foodstuffs, preservatives, enhancers, hydrolyzing and raising agents, acidity regulators and colouring. Salt and vinegar flavoured crisps. He was still stuffed from his lunch on the plane, but this particular chemical feast could not be found in Paris, Berlin or Tokyo, and he longed for it now. The actinic sting of these 25 grams, a drug dealer's measure. One last jolt to the system, then he would never touch the junk again. I studied literature. I came to writing through reading. It seemed to me that writing was a conversation happening down through the ages, and I wanted to join in my own very small way at first. It is very hard to write a really great short story.
So can you give us some tips? And what are the pitfalls?
If I knew how to do it, I'd tell you. I think you've got to be patient, you've got to wait, and you've got to be prepared to do nothing until you're ready to go. I think the worst thing is to write because you feel you've got to get something going because you haven't done it for a week. You'll know the thing you want because you'll be overtaken by an urgency, and then you won't be able to sleep for wanting to get it done. And certainly my view in those days was do nothing till you get this feeling. And take as long as you like. It doesn't matter if you write a short story at 200 words a day, because in 6 weeks, let's say 8 weeks, it will be done. It is a marvelous way for writers to try on voices, try on different clothes, do a little bit of imitation of a writer you love, a little bit of pastiche, a bit of satire of writers you don't like even. And it's a way also of failing. I mean, if you spend 4 weeks writing a short story and it's a disaster,
you've only wasted 4 weeks.
Yeah, 4 weeks. Yeah. If you do what I know lots of young American writers want to write the great American novel, they want to do the Jonathan Franzen delivery of the 400,000 word piece. But if you haven't pulled it off, that's 4 years of your life.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's very easy to become a writer. You just need a bit of solitude, a table, some paper and a pen. Don't put it off going around saying I want to be a writer one day. There's only one way to find out if you can do it. You've just got to sit down, clear 6 hours of a day, say, and get on with it. And write something short to start with. I think the short story is a lovely form because it puts huge demands on the very highest performers in that genre, Chekhov, John Updike. But it is also a marvellous form for a beginner. It allows failure. It allows you to try out different ways of expressing yourself. It allows you to shrug off influences if you're too much caught up in the voice of a writer you admire. It's a way of trying on different selves, different clothes. So yes, I would say my advice would be always to start with short stories.